I'll deal with all that later. Fine, hooligans. Hope all is mucho bueno with you. Maybe get this a little closer. Turn my brightness up. Put this on silent. Oh my goodness. So many things going on. As per usual, I am running a little late. Chair's squeaky. Hang out for a bit. Let some people get in here, and then we will start the live stream. Should have positioned this better. There we go. We'll do that. You can go somewhere. Oh, hello to whoever just joined. It's a little hectic right now. I'm still getting things kind of figured out here, so just give me a second, and I'll be with ya. I was super smart and was trying to get other stuff working, and I didn't pay attention to the time. Oh, where's your other gun? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Haha, found it. Live chat. Oh, cool. I can put people on timeout for 24 hours if they fuck around. Good to know. There we go. The Hamels are hanging. Hope you guys are bueno. Yes, brother. Hello, Alyssa, as well. Happy Hanukkah, you beautiful folks. Oh, I was trying to get things ready on my laptop, and it was like I could get the microphone to work, but then the camera wouldn't work. And then I could get that to work, but not the microphone. It was a whole thing. So I said, fuck it. We're doing this a little old school. We're going right from the phone. That's slightly better. Whew. Hope everyone is doing all bueno out there, though. It is the 6th night of Hanukkah. Yes. This is the one thing. Hanukkah only throws me off because in my head, it's like, Thursday to Thursday this year kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, that's 7 days. But it starts on Thursday evening, and then Friday's the second night. So then the 8th night is on Thursday of this week. I figured it out. Sounds like my day. All the fuckery. Yeah. Alyssa, hey. Hello. Happy Hanukkah. And I'll get this out of the way now. For those who ask why I do a Hanukkah thing, for some reason, this is like the third one that we do or we've done. I don't celebrate Hanukkah. I'm not Jewish. But people who I love and people who are very dear to me in this hooligan squad that we've made do celebrate it. I've always done stuff on Christmas for people who might not have family members or friends around them. We've always hung out on Christmas. And I said, it's time we do a Hanukkah one. I should have done it from the start, and I didn't, but better late than never. This is our 3rd year celebrating a night of Hanukkah together. Well, hello. You're very welcome. Okay. We've gotten that going. I got my coffee. All of my show notes are on my phone, so that's a pickle. We're gonna have to shoot from the hip. Hamilfet, thank you, sir. Oh, okay. Exciting thing, first of all. So, last year for my birthday, Hamilfet, you know this. I got sent a bunch of awesome gifts. Actually, one of which I look at every single friggin' day. Because he's right there. Red and black NWO Sting. But not what I'm talking about right now. It's so zoomed in. Oh my goodness. Move you back a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit better. But I also got sent a little Grogu with a tiny little frog snack that I always have him looking down at and kind of chasing. Pretty much like that. when I was at the dollar store, I found some awesome figures because Kenner, a company that did all the old school like Star Wars figures, now they've kind of like come back and like they're doing Star Wars, they're also doing Marvel and stuff. Well, they had this gentleman, so I picked him up for like $5. And I can't complain too much because it is like, kind of that old school figure where it's just the shoulder and leg or hip articulation, a little bit of head too. But no elbow. But he did come with the little pistol blaster as well as his rifle. So that's fun. So I always have him with the pistol out ready to go. Although I'm now noticing he doesn't hold it too well. So that's something. That's okay. You just hang out over there with Grogu. Keep an eye on him. And then, yeah. Oh, and this figure, I hadn't talked about it yet. I got a Baroness figure. The thing is, because of her like wedge high heel shoes and this like ankle joint, she has been the most frustrating figure to get to stand and like stay in one spot. Like she always falls over. But yeah, I'm super excited to have some more G.I. Joes. You're going to fall over again, aren't you? She'll fall over. I know it. Oh. Okay, she's leaning on stuff. She'll be fine for now. But yeah. Really excited because they had announced they're going to be doing 12-inch G.I. Joes again. And it's going to come with all the accessories that they usually do and everything for their smaller figures. So that is super bueno. One thing I forgot to do is get my phone plugged in so we don't die during this live stream. I'm all over the place here, folks. I'm sorry. I'm going to be real up in your face right now. Just ignore that. Come on. People are going to see this and be like, is this guy on coke? What's wrong with him? Hello. How do you do? You look very lovely today. Oh, Wolverine fell. What side are we on? There we go. All right. Whew. I feel like I'm so goddamn scatterbrained right now. Performance anxiety. Yeah. She's like, I don't want to stand. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes it's hard to keep it up. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm trying to fix the cord and shit right now. I promise, I used to know how to do these, and I don't know, they probably weren't that smooth, to be honest, but I feel like they were at least a little bit slightly smoother than this. Get a sip of coffee in me. My figures randomly jump off the shelf. Yeah, I've definitely had that as well. Partly due to balance, partly due to other things, which we're going to talk about. I need a tissue in case I get coffee in the mustache. Excuse me. First order of business that I know I wanted to talk about today. The paranormal videos. I did one, I think it was last month that I put it out. Didn't expect it to get that many views. I think it's sitting at like 1.5 thousand views right now. So like 1,500 and some odd change. It was pretty well received. Like it's pretty awesome. After I did that video, and I had mentioned it at the end of it, that I was going to do a 2-night collection of like evidence. I can officially say I have gone through the evidence for night 1, and that will be coming out very soon. So, Hamilfet, 'twas amazing. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. This one is taking a bit longer. One, because this month we have my oldest birthday, which is on Friday, and then Christmas 10 days later. So we were kind of planning all that and figuring it out. And then there's a lot to go through. So let's see. Because for these ones, I did night vision camera and audio recording. So there's about 5.5 hours of audio recording to go through, and then 5.5 hours of night camera footage to go through just from day one. Happy early birthday. Thank you, sir. I will let them know. So yeah, it's been a process, but today I finally made it through all the audio stuff, and oh my goodness. I actually, if anyone goes to my stories right now, if you're viewing this before the 24-hour limit, you will see a little clip, a little nibble, a teaser, if you will, of one of the things that happened and that was caught on the audio. It's a little intense. All the intricate shit takes a lot of time. It absolutely does. And like, the thing is, like, it's fun. Like, I honestly want to do more of these paranormal videos because I don't know. I enjoy doing them, and I love going through the evidence and like just seeing if you find anything. I've gone through the audio and the night vision for night one. I'm not going to spoil anything. I will say the audio, there's some goodies. The night camera, I don't want to spoil it. You'll have to wait till the video for that. But no, it's just, it honestly is a lot of fun. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. You got to form a small team. Honestly, if I had people that I liked enough and that I actually trusted enough around here to do that, I would. For right now, I would probably go by, like, if any place reached out, like, I don't have a big enough channel, but like if any place ever reached out and was like, hey, do you want to come investigate or like check the place out? I 100% would. But as it stands right now, all the people that I like or that I trust don't live near me. So it would be hard to do that. See, you guys get it. But no, it's a lot of fun. Like, honestly, this is, like I was saying, this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've always been interested in the paranormal world and like stuff like that. Even growing up, like my nan had experiences that she told me about. And just, yeah, so like, it's honestly, it's really cool to finally be able to start kind of doing these. And I definitely don't want to stop. One thing I want to do is actually do like an investigation one night. So instead of just like leaving the recorder and seeing what happens, I want to actually sit down and like see if I get some answers or anything like myself. Haunted Hooligans. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a t-shirt design right there. Might have to try and work some magic. You know what I mean? That would actually be really cool. But yeah, so the one, and like, honestly, two things I guess that I definitely wanted to touch on with all of this. Excuse my loud chair while I adjust. Okay, two things, like I said. One of the things of feedback that I got from the first video was like, and honestly, comparatively, it was only like a couple of people who ever said this. But yeah, I 100% know you would rock one, Hamilfat. Hold on, coffee sip. Delicious. So a lot of people were saying that like they didn't think I was excited enough, like with the evidence. But here's the thing. The way I did that video and the way that I'm going to be doing the next one, they're going to be the same. I've already listened to things. Like I've already heard or like experienced the evidence for myself. I'm going to present it to you, let you hear the clips. I will give my thoughts on the clips or what I think might be heard or what's going on. And yeah, like I'm just presenting the evidence to you. Also, there's a lot of YouTube channels nowadays that are like the paranormal folks. Everything is a crazy over the top reaction. Like you could hear like a house settling noise kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like a slight creak in the floor, and everybody loses their mind and like freaks out for 5 minutes. And like I'm not that kind of person. And also, like I don't ever want to be fake or like present anything that I know like is fraudulent. You know what I mean? Maybe record yourself looking at the footage. That's a good idea. That would be cool. Could do that for the second night evidence probably. I'd have to figure it out because like, so the other and I'll come back to this after, but I'm gonna just finish like my one thought process. Like, and I'm not gonna say people's names or anything because honestly, like I don't give a shit. Everyone likes what they like, but there's a lot of paranormal channels on YouTube that I just don't watch because I don't like them. It feels like everything's over the top with them. It feels like a lot of shit is probably fake. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just, if you're coming from certain channels like that to my channel for the paranormal stuff, like that's just not how it's going to be. Like I'm the type of, I guess if I was going to be an actual paranormal investigator, yeah, there might be some stuff that spooks you from time to time. But there's also going to be times where like I want to try and recreate what happened just in case like it wasn't paranormal and it was just like it was like, something that is easily you're able to recreate and like kind of produce on your own in a way. Do it live. That'd be cool. Ghost Hunters got shady at the end when Grant left. Man, I used to love Ghost Hunters. And like that was one of those shows that I absolutely loved because I remember there was one episode when Jason, and I think his name is Steve, a door had like opened or closed a little bit, and like right away, instead of being like, oh my God, oh, what the fuck, like, and freaking out about it, they went into that little room, started looking for drafts at the window, looking for vents to like debunk what happened. And if I remember correctly, they were able to figure out like, oh, like there's a draft that happens in this hallway and that affected the door. But then like eventually I don't know, they just became another one of those channels where like absolutely everything's paranormal. Like things are just ramped up to get like a reaction and ratings and all that stuff. And it sucked to see, to be honest. Debunking to make sure it's legit. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, so today there was a few things that like when I was going through the audio stuff, when I would first hear it, I was like, oh, I'm like, what was that? Like it got my attention. But then like I'd listen to it a couple more times. And it's one of those things where like at first you hear something, but the more you listen to it, it's more so like, I think I was just like I was hearing something for a second there, but like I know it's like, oh, that was like one of my kids like going to the washroom or something quick. That was like the light switch getting flicked on in the hallway, just as an example. So like it's one of those things. If I know one that I can explain it, I will. Because I did that in the first video and even in the comments of that first video when a couple of people had brought up, oh, like that's what this is. Like I would respond to those people and be like, that's what I thought it was too, until we went back and kind of like went through the timeline of stuff. And two, I don't want to put anything out and tell you guys like, oh, this is what it says. This is 100% what happened. If I don't believe that myself, or I am not sure of that myself. There's enough people already giving like paranormal investigations a bad name. I'm not going to be one of those people. So, uh, yeah, Hamilfet's awesome. He was watching it and like didn't even finish it. I think he like, it was a comment on my Instagram page where he said I'm finna call you right now, and I said let's like go for it. And we talked on the phone for like an hour, and it was awesome. But yeah, so I don't know. That was one of the best things that happened of this video, to be honest, or of that video, I should say. Oh, that coffee's so tasty. Chocolate hazelnut. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. So, the only problem with like going over evidence live, because that would be a really cool thing. The problem is that's going to take a long time. And while like I'm going to be honest with you folks, while I would like to sit here and pretend that like listening through 5.5, 6 hours of evidence is exciting, and it's like, oh, like this caught a voice, oh, these are footsteps, that are what, and like freak out about it. Honestly, a lot of it is like me sitting here like resting like this on the desk and just like clicking through when I see like an audio spike or like replaying stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, that's for sure that. And then I move, like I keep playing kind of thing. Excuse me. So it is not like an exciting thing. But if anybody would be interested in that, I'm sure I could figure out a way to like kind of, or at least even just go over a little bit of the evidence over a live stream. Because yeah, it's honest. Some of it's pretty easy to kind of figure out or like see, because when there's not like other noises like very loud happening, you have this like almost like baseline for the audio wave that's like on like the computer or your phone, whatever you're like collecting the evidence on. And then when something happens, you get a larger spike, or you see that like audio wave like go up and like, you know, react to like whatever noise is happening, whatever sound it's captured. So we probably could figure something out. We could do that on live. Coffee makes me poop too, especially in the morning. First thing in the morning, have a coffee, and then it's just like everything's relaxing, and then out of nowhere, it's like, time to go. He would watch. I'd hope so. I would just sit so I could hang with my boy. Hell yeah, man. That'd be dope. I'm definitely going to do that now, to be honest. Yeah, so I've already done night 1 evidence. Night 2, I haven't gone through. So we'll do that on live. And here's the thing. Hold on. Another thing with like investigating and like gathering evidence or anything, it's like the best example I could give, relax the bunghole. Oh, Kaiju's outside. Someone's near her yard. She doesn't like it. The best example I could give is, you know, like those movies or shows when detectives are on a stakeout, there's some nights where nothing's happening at all, or like they think something's about to happen and it very quickly like, oh, just a pizza guy. And then they have that one or two times when something finally fucking happens, they're like, it's go time, go. That's kind of the same thing with like evidence and like paranormal investigating. There can be some times where it feels like you're getting shit like left and right, and like things are just more active. But then there's other nights where things aren't as active, or like, excuse me, or you just don't get as much evidence. It's not always this consistent thing. And I think that's something that a lot of people kind of get mistaken about, like the like paranormal stuff. They're like, well, if it's haunted, then it happens all the time. Not necessarily. It's honestly one of those things where there can be times where I don't know. I said it in the first video. I don't know everything about the spirit world or the paranormal world or how it works, But there's different theories. Like thunderstorms apparently give more energy to things. A different like what the like a castle could be like built upon, like the type of stone or whatever. Like there's so many different like theories as to what gives more energy. And if I had to give a theory, it'd be, over time, when it's like things are constantly active, you're gonna have some nights where it's like, I'm resting. I don't have the energy for this. Should have been gone. Yeah. Now kaiju. I'm guessing that was about kaiju. Um, it's so funny because like she'll go out in the backyard or whatever, and she's never aggressive with anyone. But like if anyone gets close to the backyard, she lets us know. She's like, "This is my yard. Go away. You don't belong here." Had to make you sing. Always, sir. But yeah. So there's gonna be some goodies. There's gonna be some more paranormal content to be had, good folks. What else? Oh, I know this isn't because I know some people don't really care for like the VR gameplay and stuff like that, but I figured I'd throw it out there because I'm going to be doing it. A new game coming out for the Quest is coming out this week. It's called Asgard's Wrath 2. It looks super cool. You're pretty much like so the first game, you were like pretty much given powers by Loki, and he pretty much like tricked you. He thought you think that you're like doing this mission to like help in a way, but if anything, it's just so he can gain more power and become more powerful. And at the end of that, he traps you in this like tavern kind of thing. In this one, you're still trying to like you're almost like going against him now and like trying to like get revenge in a way. But you're dealing with Egyptian gods and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's an open world RPG game, which is my kind of game. And honestly, to have an open world like RPG game in VR, I'm there. But like I don't know. I'm super excited about it. Oh, sorry about that. There was an alarm. Um, by the way, I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna do just like a first impressions like gameplay video. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a full series of it, but that will be happening also soon. So you got paranormal goodies and JuVR zone goodies coming soon. Excuse me. Roxy barks to make her presence known before she goes out into the backyard. That's amazing. It's like just as you're opening the door, just like, I'm here, I'm coming forth. Then we have an owl somewhere in the tree, so that's been interesting. Okay. I don't know why this blew my mind. I'm like, right away, I was like, there's owls in Florida? Like, I don't know. I picture like different shit. But yeah, owls are one of my favorite animals, and like if you're into like I guess like spiritual meanings or just like meanings of owls being around, there's some interesting stuff out there. I actually have a tattoo of a Celtic owl right there. I love it too because the point of the tail is kind of like a hidden blade from Assassin's Creed. So I wish I could get it. It looks like it's all crooked as shit, but I promise that's just because the angle I have my arm. We all love Hooters. Yeah. What can you do, you know? Ah, delicious. Oh, also, got my little spooky corner all pretty much like set up here. Don't pay attention to him. He's not part of the spooky corner. But yeah, super friggin' excited about that. The Ouija planchette, that came out so cool. I like repainted this and like added the like decorative stuff there. So yeah. I mean, I don't know why I'm showing it, but I am. We got his name's Jake, and that's the storage under the stairs. just before anyone else can go, oh, what is that? Oh yeah, my little army guys. He kind of reminds me of like a British SAS type dude. Now it's just showing, look at my toys. I'll have to figure that out. I was just thinking because I was gonna, this is like my recording space, but every single Christmas, this is the only place we can really put a lot of the gifts. So there's just one area over there that's like just like bags of Christmas gifts and like everything. But it's okay because they're over there, so it should be fine. But yeah, that giant owl you just saw, because speaking of owls, my youngest loves Harry Potter. She's loved Harry Potter for fucking a long time. So it's like I don't know. It's one of those things. She loves it. We found this massive Hedwig. It's like fucking tall. And when you press its like little talon, its foot, it makes little owl noises. So that's going to be exciting. The old Ouija boards on eBay are pretty sick. Yeah, I've seen some that are really cool. And like, I said this on Instagram, and I know some people, like, I've even gotten comments from people saying, like, well, be careful with a Ouija board. Here's the thing. I could literally show you guys right now. It is a piece of paper that is printed and then pasted onto like a cardboard, like a thick cardboard, or like a wooden board. That's a toy. And I've always wanted one just because I think they're cool. So like that's just a decorative thing. But like there's other ones that look really cool, especially because they're like the actual wooden ones that are like carved out and everything. And like I don't know, like pretty much like handmade or like laser etched or however it's done. Some of those look really, really cool. I am just like, I don't know. I don't believe that Ouija boards are a portal to anything. And I know some people are going to disagree. That's okay. But I don't trust what other people might have done with them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's some things you can get that it's just got that the bad vibes on it and in it. And I don't want to fuck with like a used Ouija board. They sold them at Kmart, toy section. Yeah, exactly. Like see, now I do feel like the camera was zoomed in on the last one because now it feels like I got more headroom here. I don't know. We're making it work. And then what else is going on? Oh, season 2 of Reacher on Friday as well. That's exciting as shit. Make your own, put your own energy into it. That'd actually be on it. That would be really cool. I might have to look into that. I think that would be a really cool little project to do. But yeah, max headroom. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I know off topic, but we're jumping around everywhere. Like it's crazy to me that is something that's never been solved. Like there is a very, very high possibility that there are people out there right now who did the max headroom incident and they just like they've never come forward. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. Like that was me. And like when they walk around and like they might see someone with like a max headroom t-shirt or they see it like referenced on TV, like they just get to like kind of like laugh to themselves because like they know that they did it, but nobody else does. I don't know. It's really cool. It's like one of those mysteries that honestly I'm like, I'm totally okay if it never gets solved because that kind of adds to it. But like it'd be cool if like just one day like a group of friends are just like, yeah, that was us. Like we were just, I don't know. It was really easy to hack into the TV stations back then, so we did it. And like I don't know. I think it would be really cool. Was it? Oh, Reacher. So Reacher season 2 also comes out this Friday. And honestly, if you haven't watched it, like season 1 on Prime, you should just go watch it. It's a good show. But season 2 comes out this week. I had a Max Headroom t-shirt back in the day. That's dope. I keep like, this is the problem. Like, when I have show notes, I'm like able to just be like, okay, we talked about that, talked about that. But like, when I don't have show notes, I feel like I have just like thoughts all over the place. And I'm like, oh, let's talk about that. We'll go to this one now. Got it at a store called Kick in the Pants. That's amazing. And if they were, if they were really quick to get your order done, or like you just run in, grab your thing, get out, it's a swift kick in the pants. So Hamilfet says I usually screw you up. No, man. Honestly, like, even if it's just me talking, if I have like one or two things, it's kind of easy because I'm like, all right, we'll stick to this first, then I'll talk about this. But there's other times that like I feel like I have so many things that I want to talk about that like I feel like my mind is working faster than my mouth does a lot of times. So I'm trying to like figure out what to talk about. And then a thought will infiltrate, so I have to like kind of circle back to my original point after going on this trail. Honestly, it feels like a choose your own adventure book a lot of the time. So, what can you do? Oh, I'm going to show you guys the Christmas village because I've been expanding and doing some work on it. It's kind of fun when all hell breaks loose. Well, at least you guys enjoy it though. Would you look at it? Okay. Ignore this for now. I'm going to paint it up so it looks snowy, and I'm going to add some like stone texture and stuff to it. This is the giant tree that I put together. Hold on. Bam! She lights up. So I added the star and then all the ornaments on it. Got the Aston Martin DB5 and the mystery machine there. Excuse me. Watch out. You don't belong there. I got the little village street here. I still have to add all like the fake snow and like fluffy stuff there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about how this has turned out, especially from where it like started. But yeah, and I have some like little fun stuff going on in here. So we got SpongeBob and Patrick. They made a big old snowman. We got Jason covered in the snow because he's been laying there. We got Pennywise coaxing a little child into the tunnel. And, oh, tree down. Right here, we have the world famous K unit, short for Krampus unit. They keep the village safe from Krampus. I need a DeLorean and a Twin Pines mall. Oh, that would be so cool. And then, yeah, what else? Oh, so a couple of these. Oh, I don't have some of them put up yet. So that tree is like a Lamax tree, one of like the big companies that make Christmas Village stuff. Does this street light work? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Pennywise, we all float down here. So I have a couple other things I still need to add. But the tree here is from Lamax. I have a couple of other little village doodads to add from Lamax. I was lucky, and oh, they're in this box. Okay, I'll show you. We'll go back to the desk in a second, and I'll show you it. But I was very lucky and got them for like super, super cheap. And then we got a little sweets and treats shop. You know what I mean? Bed and breakfast. Christmas tree farm. So what I want to do eventually, since we're here, I'll talk about it. So I have this street light here, but what I would like to get is like a system of street lights that either run on a battery pack or you plug it in. Because then this way I can have like a light here, right there, you know what I mean? And it's not just like a separate unit to a battery pack everywhere. I need to get a bigger power bar, like our plug-in station for those back there, because those all light up and they look adorable. And then what else? Oh, I'm looking into like doing the styrofoam levels with stuff so I can like have certain things more on a hill. I'm going to build up a styrofoam hill going here up to this church and have like a little footpath going down. What else? The train. This train's really cool. It's the North Pole Express. It's just like a dollar store set that I found. But what I would love to have is like an actual like an electric train set. So then this way I could have it kind of going through stuff if I want. And you can adjust the speed and stuff. This is just like one speed. You click it on and it goes. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Lots of plans, but also lots of stuff happening. Because if anyone remembers, this used to just be a circle, like a circle table. And I pretty much had like houses going around the outside of it and like the one big tree in the middle. I think it was actually that tree right there. And I think that's it. There probably was some other stuff like little snowmen and stuff like that around. But yeah, it's very exciting. I've always wanted a Christmas village. Finally was getting it done. This year, it expanded. Oh, also, oops. So here we have the Kris Kringle Carolers, and then over there we have the Christmas Corner Carolers. They're different caroling gangs, and they are in a ongoing gang war. So there's some drama in the village as well. And also, I can't spoil it yet, but there's something to do with this that I'm very excited about. Okay, we're going to go back to the desk for a second. Because I'll grab that box in a second too. Give me one sec, Hamilfet, and I will get to all your comments. Yeah, see, when I switch the camera, it's all zoomed in again. Come on, YouTube. Let's try this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then it's normal. All right. Okay. Okay. Books are my favorite. Oh yeah, Choose Your Own Adventure books are awesome. They actually made a comeback this year. I'm pretty excited about that. Make a Camp Crystal Lake 2 with an iced over Jason that's stuck in the ice. That would be really cool. Use spray foam to do mountains and whatnot. Yeah, I could do that. What I was thinking too is like, because I have a bunch of like styrofoam from that are like in boxes, like the packaging stuff. Some of those I can like kind of cut to shape if possible, and then I have like the fake snow. It's like shredded stuff. Pretty much just do like an overcoat of white glue, put a bunch of snow down, that kind of thing. Channeling your inner Bob Ross. Hell yeah. Christmas Carol gang. It's a vicious war, man. There's two of them. They're fighting for territory. So I'm gonna show you this quick. So this, oh, it did work. Okay, and you can actually see it. So like the snow that's on top of here, and then like above the windows and right here, this part there, pretty much all of the any snow you see. I used what's called puffy paint. I've honestly never really used it too much before. Or fabric paint. I don't know. It says it dries in 3D. But I added all this snow here to like give it more of like a snowy effect. All right. To give it a more snowy effect and everything. And I really like how that came out. I also have a very exciting plan for this. This does light up, but I don't think I have batteries in it. No, I don't. Damn. Good to know. Let me grab these. Oh. Okay. This is more Christmas Village stuff. Oh. Okay, except for this. This is an army guy vehicle. So just don't worry about that. Am I 33? Yes. Do I still have toys and stuff that I get excited for? Yes. Shitter's full. Oh man. The one thing about doing Christmas Village stuff Okay, so like the Lamax stuff, I mentioned the one tree over there. Them in Department 56. How do you get away with charging $50 for like something like this? It'll just be a person walking a dog or just standing there, and they charge like $50 for it. And these are Canadian prices. Oh my god. Don't get him started. I think it's too late. If I don't get him started, he's going to get me started, Alyssa. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. But no, so like the Lamax stuff, it's kind of the same thing. Like both of those companies are really fucking expensive. But a little place near me had a bunch of Lamax stuff, and it was like 50% off the US price. So if something's like, just as an example, if something's like $7.99 in the States, it's like $9.99 Canadian. So I got a bunch of stuff for 50% off the lower price tag. Oh, but yeah, so I got this little guy with his little pooch going for a walk. This is awesome. So it's a little dog park fountain, right? And it says donated by friends of the Village Square Dog Park. Isn't that nice? Pretty exciting. Oh, I got this little Christmas tree for the village. It's all done up. It's got a present there. I understand it's not focusing like it's focusing on my face, but let's see if I can click this and it'll change. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, got that. I got this Santa, which with a child that looks like he's either 8 or a 44-year-old man from the 1930s. I don't know, but either way, got a little Santa. He's holding a teddy bear. Oh, right there. And then got some more trees. Got snowmans. Because you can never have too many snowmen. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Grab these. So this was the other thing that I wanted to do. Because I realized I have a Christmas village. But I don't have a lot of people that are actually like with like gifts and stuff. So I got these two. They got little gifts. They just went shopping. Then I got that lady. She just got some gifts. So, and then this is one that I'm very excited about. Look at how much trains cost. I've looked at some of them. So yeah, I've looked at some, and it all really depends. Really on like the set, because like fucking model trains, some of them are crazy expensive. Other ones, it's like, more reasonable. But I got to look more into it and find one that I'm like, you walk the dog to the hydrant so he can pee. Exactly. So I'm going to end up with glitter all over my hand. Look at how cool this bridge is. It's got the wreath and the garland and a little cardinal. But what I want to do is do like some fake, like a fake river, like fake water kind of thing going underneath it. So then it's like in like a river, and you got the water going all the way through. But yeah, I really like this bridge. Super, super cool. A Who village would be fun with the Grinch. Yeah, so Department 56, they do Dr. Seuss stuff as well. When was it? It was probably a couple weeks ago at this point, but I posted a video. Me and my lady, we had gone to a Bradford Greenhouse Garden Gallery, I think it's called. But they do like a whole Christmas like display. Excuse me, and they have like a giant Christmas village set up, and it's like different sections. One of which was Whoville, and like a little bit away, they on Mount Crumpet, they had the Grinch standing like in like the mouth of his cave. So yeah, that was cool. Then they had Nightmare Before Christmas section, which I will argue is a Christmas movie. I know everyone lumps it in with Halloween and says it's a Halloween movie, but Jack Skellington is tired of Halloween. He finds the magic of Christmas and he wants to be a part of that instead of always being a part of Halloween. It's about the magic of Christmas, folks. Also, give Henry Selick his credit, folks. It's not Tim Burton, Henry Selick. Off of that, it's like one of those movie things that I'm like a nerd about and like a bit of a stickler, I guess. And then what else did they have? Oh, they had a National Lampoon one, like the Christmas Vacation. If you know, you know. They had that little like that house all set up, and they had like Clark and a couple of the little scenes from the movie. What else did they have? They had a little Harry Potter section. I want to say they had like an old Victorian one as well. I don't know. It was a really big village. I can't remember everything. So is Rocky. Totally a Christmas movie. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm not going to argue with that. It's a great movie. And then, yeah, what else is going on? See, now my mind is in Christmas Village mode. What else is going on that I'm excited about? Oh, fucking Dune Part 2. I'm upset about it, but I'm excited. So it was originally supposed to come out November 3rd, which would have been awesome because that's what I was actually going to pretty much do for my birthday, was go watch Dune Part 2. But now it's coming out March 1st, which is all good with me because it's still coming out and I'll still get to see it. Do I have them all down here? Yes, I do. Away from the desk again we go. Well, I thought I was about to point, and then I realized the camera's here, so I'm just like that dad who doesn't understand how cameras work for a second. And just like, smile. Yeah, you look great. Hold on, say cheese. Like, okay, turn the camera. There we go. Fat man. And since I'm mentioning it, the only figure that I need from this line is Paul Atreides, so I can have the Beast Robin's legs and finish that figure. And then I also have the Baron right there. But let me see. Oh yeah, we're good. Got all my Dune books down there. I still got to pick up a couple more of the main series. We were talking about Reacher, so I got all those. This book, actually, Bad Luck and Trouble, that's what season 2 is based on. All my Clive Barkers are up there. All the Stephen King ones are upstairs on the living room bookshelf. Let me guess, are you zoomed in again? You are. And we're back. I would hang out in that room all day. I sometimes do. This is my space. You know, I got cool skateboard. So, but no. So, it was a few years ago now. Like, well, I guess almost 9. Like, this used to be like a playroom for the kids at first, and then they were getting creeped out by the basement, so they didn't want that. Then it was like kind of like a storage room, and then I turned it into my hooligan cave. So I don't know. This is my space. You know what I mean? I got like figures of all sorts. I got my G.I. Joes, my Dune, my wrestlers, my Christmas Village. I got a whole bunch of stuff back there, like for figures and stuff. Well, you see my Kylo Ren helmet there. I don't know. It's got all my books that I like. It's got all my figures that I love. My little owl statues that are always looking down at me. I got my PS3 down here, which is still running, which is pretty fucking awesome. Like, I've had that thing forever. And yeah, I don't know. This is my place where it's like, if I want, I can put my phone on silent and it like I don't know, it just doesn't matter. This is like my wow, what is it called? This is my temple of solitude here in a way. You know what I mean? Like if I'm here, nothing else out there is like bugging me and getting to me. I don't know. I love it. But yeah, I love hanging out down here. The only thing I wish that I could do is craft down here a little bit more. What I'd like to do is get another table like the one for that I have like right now, and have that because it can fold up if I want. It's just this has always just been here, and then I can like be able to set it up back there, and I can craft down here as well. So that would be really cool because all my crafting stuff right now is pretty much our dining room table. I have like my spot there, and like behind me, well, I've shown it on the channel before. It's like all my crafting stuff in drawers and stuff behind me, which works out because some of the family has been getting into crafting and stuff too. So you know, we all benefit from it. Oh yeah. What else going on? Any fun movies? Honestly, nothing I know of. I sit in my toy room and just zone out. Yeah, same. There's many times when I'm here, like down here, I'll put like a fireplace on my laptop, hook the HDMI up to this TV, and just relax. Got a nice fireplace crackling beside me, and just, I don't know, just hang out. Have a little bit of peace, you know what I mean? I do need to get a new TV eventually. This thing is, it's seen some better days. It's starting to die on me. But it's holding strong for now. That's what counts. Iron Claw, it's coming out on the 22nd. Oh, that's right. About the Von Erich brothers. I'm really interested about that one because I wonder how deep they're gonna go into the family and into a lot of stuff that like happened to like the Von Erichs and stuff. Oh, there you go, Hamilfett, the story of the Von Erichs. Yeah. I don't know. Man, like I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh, another alarm. I was quick on that one. um Chavo is playing the Sheik. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, all right. That'll be interesting to see. I know I don't know if he's in the movie, but I know a wrestler from AEW, actually their current champ, MJF. He's one of the executive producers in it. Oh yeah, Hamilfett. They're using AEW wrestlers in it as well. Yeah, I'd be interested to see who's all going to be in it. Like I said, I don't know if MJF is in it or he's just an executive producer of it. I could see him, if he is, I could see him being like a good Ric Flair or something. That guy's a great heel. I mean, in recent months and stuff, he's been more of a face, like a good guy. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see when he goes back to full heel, if it happens. Well, more so when it happens. It's wrestling. It's cycles. You're a good guy for a while, then you get back to being a bad guy. You know what I mean? Well, I guess some people haven't really been heels. Or the opposite. Some people haven't really been good guys. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, same. That's one of those ones that I'm interested to see how they approach like the stories and stuff in that movie. Then you got Dune in March. I know I already mentioned that, but excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's another. Oh, there's one that I meant to check out a trailer for. I think it's called The Creature is Stirring. It's like a Christmas horror movie, which like I love Christmas horror, so I'll probably check it out. Our front window if you go on my Instagram, if you haven't seen it yet, same name as on here, JuvyThaKid. It's actually right here and right here. Our front window, instead of taking like the hanging body parts down that we had for Halloween, we left those and made it a part of the Christmas display. So we have the Christmas lights going around the edge of the window, but then we have like to almost like hide the ropes that were like hanging the limbs. We put tinsel around that, and then we have garland with ornaments going in between like the hands and the foot and all that. If anyone's seen Black Christmas or like Silent Night, Deadly Night, I don't know. It's given that, you know what I mean? Excuse me. Apparently, the new Mandalorian is being released as a movie as well. Oh, right. Because I guess I think it was earlier this year they were talking about that. Was to do these last couple, like this last season that just happened, and then I think it's supposed to be like 2 movies or something to like kind of like wrap the Mandalorian season or like series up. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. The one thing, if I like, okay, so if I had to like really, and I guess it's kind of weird to say, but like, so the one thing that it bugs me a little bit about the Mandalorian is like the first season, it like, and I think I talked about this on the channel, like it felt like almost like a Western samurai influenced Star Wars series. You know what I mean? And then we kind of got away from that like feeling and that vibe, and it became just like a full-blown Star Wars series. And like I don't know if like what I'm saying even makes sense to some people, but like that feeling that first season had, it was really really cool. And that was like one of the things that really pulled me in. And I think for me, I would like to see more like Star Wars stuff that's like different. Like the Andor series, I really enjoyed that show because like I don't know, it felt different, but it took place in the Star Wars like universe and everything. It was something different than like the rest of it all kind of thing. The good, the bad, and the ugly vibe at first. Totally agree. Yeah. Oh, hopefully the new season of The Boys will be coming out soon. I know a teaser trailer came out. I thought it was coming out in April. That could be something else though. Yeah, that would be cool. I haven't watched Gen V still, the like college show that they did. Everyone says it's good. I just think as like with any franchises right now, I'll get back to the Star Wars stuff in a second. This will tie into it. With like any franchise that it becomes this thing where it's like, oh, here's like 2 different spin-off shows that tie into the main show, and you have to watch these to understand what's happening in the main story stuff. It's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of burnt out on that like idea. I understand like wanting to make like a cinematic universe or a TV show universe kind of thing and expand it. But like I don't know, I'm just kind of burnt out on all that right now. Because like I don't know. I already have like a lot of movies I like to watch and like shows I enjoy. And like there's some where it's like just to understand like the main show, I have to watch like 3 other shows now. And like, all right, I guess. I don't know. I don't really want to do that though. You know, I don't know. It just hits a point for me where it's a bit of a burnout stage with it. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get to Gen V at some point. And then like so yeah, what I was gonna go with Star Wars is like what I would love to see is more things kind of like Andor, where it has its own feeling and vibe in it, but it's different. Oh, what's his name? James Manigold. He's a director. He did Logan and 310 to Yuma with Christian Bale and Russell Crowe. Great movies. I think he's done other ones that I really enjoy. I just can't think of right now. I guess his Star Wars movie is going back to like the absolute beginning. Like we're actually going to see like the first Jedi and like pretty much like the introduction of the Force, and like how did that start there and eventually become what it is now, kind of thing. But we're going back to like the early days of the Jedi and like the Sith and the Force. And that's something that honestly, like, I'm excited to see because it's something different. I don't know, it's just it's not the same, you know, it's not like, oh, this takes place in between Empire and, Return of the Jedi, or it's like, here's the new Jedi school or whatever. I think it's cool to go all the way back to like see how like this all started in a way. 310 to Yuma was an excellent Western. Yeah, heck yeah, it was. Red Dead Redemption 2. Arthur, like drawing stuff and being a really good like artist, is pretty much like that character trait is inspired from Russell Crowe in 310 to Yuma. But yeah. See, I had another thing pop up. I was going to talk about it. Oh, boom. I got it. So, Zack Snyder has a new movie coming out this month as well on the 21st, Rebel Moon. I am really excited about that because, like, yes, it's like, anything science fiction that has like a certain like certain theme or whatever to it is going to be compared to Star Wars nowadays. But like it just, to me, it looks so fucking cool. Like, even if you don't watch trailers, I don't know, maybe just check out the teaser trailer for it or something, because it's just like, I don't know, it's something different that I've wanted to see for a while. They need to do Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, that would be cool. Or Revan. There we go. Would be awesome on the big screen. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic would be a really cool one to do. That's what I mean. Like, do stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then, it's not, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm tired of like certain other characters just constantly being like, I don't know, like just kind of squeezed in there just for the sake of them being there. But like, we've all grown up with Luke Skywalker and like certain characters. Let's start exploring a whole other crowd of characters now. I think it'd be really interesting, and I think it'd be really fun. But if you're looking for, also, just in case, if you're looking for like a different kind of thing and you're a Star Wars fan or just sci-fi in general, the new Dune movie, or the most recent one by Denis Villeneuve, is honestly, it's really fucking cool. It's like Star Wars and Game of Thrones, like together, you know what I mean? And Rebel Moon's coming out. I think it's going to be really cool. I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but like check out a trailer or something for that. Might scratch that little itch for you. The stories are all in print. All they have to do is put them on film. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think with like a lot of companies, they get into this, I don't know, I guess we can call it the canon trap, where it's like with Star Wars or with Marvel, it's like, well, is that canon? Like, is to what we want to do, is that going to be canon? It's like, fuck that, man. Have your main thing that you want to do, but like let other people do little side things that don't even have to connect to your shit. You know what I mean? Like Matt Reeves, the Batman, like with Robert Pattinson, that has nothing to do with whatever DC's going to be doing. Matt Reeves gets his own universe to play with its own tone and its own like take on villains and everything. And honestly, I fucking love that movie. So I definitely want to see more. We're getting a Penguin show as well, like with Colin Farrell. We're supposed to be getting an Arkham show as well. That would be fucking so cool. But yeah, like don't worry about like the canon, and that has to be like the Bible that you stick to. Have your little main thing, but let other people tackle other stuff with like its own tone and its own feeling and stuff. I don't know, it just makes it cool. Give some variety. Excuse me. What do I know? You know what I mean? Some of the fan films are actually well done. The one with Darth Maul was fantastic. Yeah. That's the other thing with like, man, with fan films like on YouTube, it some of them are so good. If you're a fan of Friday the 13th, I can't recommend the Never Hike Alone like stuff enough. There's two Never Hike Alone like films they did, and then there's Never Hike in the Snow, which is kind of why I have Jason over in the village all covered in snow. But those are so well done, and it's like you look at like major studios, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, how can you not do this right? But a smaller team and people who care on YouTube can make really good like fan films. I don't get it. There was another one too. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a reimagining of the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight from A New Hope. That one was really cool. 2024, they're bringing back Freddy's Nightmares. That'll be interesting. I know for a long time now there's been a lot of rumors about a Nightmare on Elm Street like movie remake itself. Which, look, if you saw the first remake they did, not great. That was a movie I paid to see in theaters, and I was not happy. Like halfway through the movie, I wasn't happy. But if it's honestly like if a remake is done right and you get the right person to like be Freddy, I think it would be really cool. Robert Englund will always be the original, but there doesn't only have to only be one for the rest of our lives. Excuse me. Apparently a prequel of the series. That'd be cool. Man, like there's so many good ideas that could be done. And if they're done properly and in the right way, they would be so cool. Show some of like Freddy's background and stuff and like what like the person he was. And don't put the weird like child like the pedophile stuff they tried to do in the remake. In the original movies, he was a child killer. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. What do? Robert Englund is God. I mean, look, he will always be like, especially because he's the only person that's really ever done Freddy. He was perfect. Like he has the perfect voice for it and everything. Like you see him in other stuff and hear his voice, and you're like, oh, that's Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean? And like there's so many great Freddy moments that came from him. Like in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, when all the teenagers are having the pool party kind of thing, and he stands up and the flames are going behind him, and he just stretches out his arms and says like, you are all my children now. That was Robert Englund just improvising a line. Like that's fucking awesome. And because that's one of my favorite like moments of that movie. But like, I don't know. I think it's one of those things for me. It's like I'd be interested to see a new actor take it on. I know, and it's kind of a weird choice because you think of him from like Footloose and shit. But like, Kevin Bacon was supposed to like be playing Freddy. And look, when I was younger, I'd be like, no, fuck that, and like immediately judge. But if anything, I have been shown certain actors can pull things off. Was I happy about Ben Affleck being cast as Batman? I didn't know. I didn't understand it. I was like, really? Ben Affleck? That's what we're gonna do? Turns out, one of my favorite like Batman actors at this point. Same with Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, like a lot of people, we know him because of Twilight. And then I saw him in The Lighthouse and Good Times, and then The Batman. I'm like, okay, no, this dude's actually just a really good actor. So yeah, I don't know. If Kevin Bacon is the one to end up doing it, I think it could be cool, especially if it's done right. Rumor is that he wasn't a child molester and the parents took him out when he was innocent, and that's why he went after their children. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was about. Like, like said in the actual, like the original movies and stuff. What movie am I thinking of now where he's oh, I'm trying to think. There's a certain movie, and I don't want to say it's Freddy versus Jason, but it might be when he's like we're in like Freddy's like boiler room basement with him, and he's like talking about like killing the children and stuff, and you see him like lick a photograph and like stick it in the album and stuff. But yeah, he talks about like just being a child killer and stuff at that point. I don't know. But yeah, I know I've definitely saw the theory or the rumor, or it was talked about in the movies about that whole thing. Like he was actually innocent and the parents just took him out. I don't know. If it's done right, I think it could be really cool. I mean, look at the 2003 Texas Chainsaw. It was a remake, and to this day is one of the best horror like remakes that we've gotten. So, and then what? Oh, I wonder if I could find this book somewhere. So when I was a kid, I remember seeing a book, and it was like a autobiography kind of thing, but it was written like as like Freddie's autobiography, not of like, oh, this is Robert Englund was born in like, California or anything like that. Like it was actually like an autobiography from the character, like for Freddie himself. And it like talks about his father's abuse towards him and like stuff like that. And like, I don't know, it was really cool. I wish I could remember like what it was called. I'm gonna have to go on a hunt for that book. England actually had a whole prequel set up. It's on YouTube. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out then. Maybe Rob Zombie should do it. That would be interesting because there are still people to this day that are fucking up in arms about him doing Halloween and how much they hate it and da 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 da. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I'm not in that camp. I enjoyed the newer Halloweens that they did, except for Halloween Ends. I liked Rob Zombie's Halloween. Tyler Mane played Sabretooth in X-Men, and then Michael Myers. Like I don't know, it was a cool take on stuff. It was something different. We got to see like Michael Myers as a kid and like kind of like the shit that he went through, like getting bullied at school and then finally kind of like getting revenge on that bully and the like shitty stepdad. I don't know. Say what you want. Everyone's got their opinions. I enjoyed it. House of 1,000 Corpses was my jam. Man, okay. I remember renting that movie so when I was a kid, like that came out. And we used to have a place in Barrie called Flick and Pizza. Like Flick, like a movie. Let's watch a flick, bro. You know what I mean? So like you could order pizza at this place, and then when you go and pick up your pizza, they had like just walls of movies and stuff. So you could get your pizza and rent movies and get some snacks and stuff. It was such a cool fucking place. But I remember renting that, renting House of 1,000 Corpses. My stepdad did at the time. But like we rented it, we watched it. It was also the very first movie that I ever found like Easter eggs on the menus. Like, man, some people are not going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Back in the day, they don't really do it anymore, but back in the day on DVD menus, sometimes you could press like left or right instead of up and down to like pick whatever, and like something else would get selected, like a little hidden thing, and it would be like a little bonus video or like something like that. But on the House of 1,000 Corpses, if I remember correctly, when you found those, it was like little videos of like Captain Spaulding like talking to you. That was the first movie I ever saw those in. Yeah, on the DVD, if you didn't hit play, Captain Spaulding would start talking shit to you for like 5 minutes. Like stuff like that. That doesn't happen anymore. You know what I mean? Ah, I miss them. I miss that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I remember seeing that when I was a kid, and that was awesome. That's one of those movies that I always forget that Dwight from The Office, Rainn Wilson, he's in that movie. He's the dude that gets turned into like the half man, half like fish thing, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Okay. I gotta get up on out of here now. Been a good live stream. Streaming has killed movie collections. Not okay. Before I leave, streaming definitely has killed movie collections for a lot of people. I am a huge supporter of telling people support physical media. If there's a movie that you like, if there's a show that you enjoy, if there's an album that you like, don't just listen to it on Spotify or whatever. Go and buy the album. Go and find the movie and the shows. Like, I don't know. You can go to thrift stores and find so many movies. Like I found fucking No Country to Old Men, 310 to Yuma. Kingdom of Heaven, great fucking movie. I found the mini series that was done of Dune, which is like a great pretty much like faithful adaptation of the book. There's so many things. Support physical media. Even if you have to go and buy a VCR, you can still find them. Go and do that. I have around 900 DVDs and totes in my garage. That's awesome, man. Don't let them go. Get a DVD player. Get yourself a DVD/Blu-ray combo. You know what I mean? Anything that you can still enjoy those movies. You can still watch them. Because here's the thing, folks. Streaming platforms don't give a shit. Like, I have had movies in my list that I was like, I put it in my list. I didn't even know it was on the platform. 2 days later, shit's gone. Pulled from the platform. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. If you buy a movie through Prime or any other ones that actually let you buy or rent movies on their platform, if they lose the licensing to that stuff, you no longer own that movie. It can get pulled from your actual purchases. Go and buy the physical movies. And it goes for games too. If you enjoy games and you're able to get a physical copy of it, do that. I understand though, there's quite a few games that I own digitally because, especially on the PlayStation Store, when things are on sale, instead of paying $100 or $200 for a gold edition of the game for extra content, you end up getting them for $15 digitally. I totally get it. But if you're able to and you can, support physical media as much as possible. I have the Star Wars trilogy on Laserdisc. Damn, that's actually really cool. I remember I was a kid and we had pretty much the early copies of it on VHS. And then when they remastered them and re-released them with those the special cases where it was a box set, it had half of Vader's helmet on the one side. We got those ones too. But yeah, support physical media. That's all I'm saying. It's important. Excuse me. All right. I gotta get out of here now. Been going for almost an hour and a half. That's pretty sweet. So, I know this has been all over the place. If you're not used to the channel, it's going to throw you off. Well, I don't know. It's just who I am. It's who we are as the Hooligan Squad. So, mucho love to everyone. I hope you guys have a happy rest of the Hanukkah week. I hope the 6th night of Hanukkah was filled with sweet treats and lots of love. But yeah, I'm going to get on out of here now. Hamilfet, Alyssa, anyone else that popped in who just didn't comment, thank you for tuning in. It's good to be back. That's all I'm saying. So, mwah, mwah, mwah for you beautiful fat cheese. All my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos, for the love of everybody, keep being weird. Please. We need you. Awkward outro. Pressing the button. Stopping the streams now. Yeah.